Excellent. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. And joining me every week is Mr. Pedro.
Good morning everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello everybody in Discord. We're hanging out in the Discord chat room, the live broadcast channel, room, place. That's where we're hanging out.
Well, as all of the other places we're publishing to, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Periscope, LinkedIn.
Yeah, it says LinkedIn.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, everybody. So welcome. You can hit up the Discord chat room by going to discord.gg/Adafruit, and we're hanging out there.
Hanging out. Good morning, everybody. It's a lovely 50 degrees finally here in sunny Florida. We're loving it. Let's go ahead and jump into the show.
Okay, cool. We got a lot of stuff to do. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to just jump into it. First up, we got this 20% awesome deal going on. So you can get 20% off coupon code by securing your account. So if you have an account with Adafruit, turn on your two-step authentication, and then you can get a discount code for 20% off anything in the Adafruit store except for gift certificates, some other things like Raspberry Pis. But everything else you can get 20% off. And we have a learn guide on how to do that, so it walks you through a thorough step-by-step. Why not make a learn guide about it, right? So this will walk you through how to do it. We also have a little video if you just would rather watch a video. That's cool. Hopefully everybody uses it and has already set up their account. If you don't have an account, you can create one for free and get started on it.
Sorry, we haven't had a coupon code in a while, so
that's right.
Definitely be a good time to stock up right before the holidays.
Hey, great segue into the holidays are upon us. Adafruit holiday shipping for 2020. We have a blog post that gives you the lists of when you need to get your orders in if you want to receive it before the holidays. So for domestic orders, we have this nice little breakdown list of all the dates. If you're doing UPS ground, you might want to get your thing in before December 9th. We have that for 3-day UPS, 2-day, next day delivery, and also USPS. So those are the dates there. For international orders, you get your own little list here. I think the cutoff date is November 18th, because it can take up to 30 days.
So that's
if
today.
You're doing
Order
USPS.
it today, you get that 20% discount code.
Yeah.
2F.
Yeah, 2F. So yeah, this is great. We put this list together every year, and it gets updated every year because things change. So we'll continue to do that. But shout out for Adafruit for putting all this together. It's got to be a little bit of work to come up with all these dates. So that's real nice. So please do yourself a favor and check this out if you haven't already. Whew, I almost hit the quit button. That would have destroyed everything. Let's keep moving.
They need to implement that hold Q to quit.
That's hilarious. Every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is CircuitPython meeting time. So you can hang out with the core devs, get an insight into what they're working on, and we let the community come in and share what they're working on as well. You can check out the archive on YouTube. There's a playlist, and you can, the YouTube playlist as well. Every Monday at 2 p.m. It's recorded live, so check it out. The daily newsletter. This is the new newsletter, right? Almost forgot the image. You can check out the new newsletter by going to adafruit.com/newsletter. This one covers all the products that are added to the shop on the weekly. So if you're really interested in that, you can check it out and subscribe to it. We also have some daily newsletters, a daily dose of content. You can check it out. Maker business, different categories like maker business, 3D printing, CircuitPython on hardware, and more.
Sorry, just laughing at some of the commentary in the Discord.
We'll get there. I think that's the stuff, or do we want to show this? Hopefully this doesn't crash. Yes, wear your mask. That's our message.
PSA.
Keep your mask on. Wear it.
Especially with the holidays coming up, definitely want to make sure you are masked up, distance, sanitize, and probably don't have that gathering for Thanksgiving this year. Maybe have a Zoom's giving.
Zoom giving? I like that. Should use it. Just make a banner. So Zoom. Anyway, so check that out. These are banners that you can download and print. So that's cool. And the message still stands. Wear your mask. Be a hero. Wear a mask. Great message. Okay, now can we look at the photos at Discord? There's an owl.
I think it's pertaining to this week's Community Makes
Awesome.
3D printing time lapse. We'll get to that at the end of the show.
Very cool. All right, we're ready to kick the show into gear. What's this week's project?
This week's project is a look at the 2020 updates for Adafruit IO. The whole team has been working hard at this to update a lot of the look, update the UX, the user experience on this, and the UI. Yeah, so we thought we'd do a quick little video with Brent to just show some of the things. So I guess I can walk you through that right now. This is my dashboard for our project, the air quality sensor project that we have outside our house. And so there's some cool new stuff. Under the cogwheel here in our dashboards, you can turn on and off the dark mode if you'd like to play around with that. We also have some borders for like doing separations and things. Ooh, but the real kind of thing that I like is that the feeds are now segmented into the groups. So if you go to your feeds, click on View All, and then you have these lovely little boxes that separate your feeds, and you can add them and create them, and I think we'll be able to sort them. So that's really cool. So here's my air quality sensor project. Click on that, and then those are all the things. So you can add stuff to the feed or create a new one. So those are groups and feeds. And then all the little menus here just give you an idea of what you are clicking on, so that's cool. And then we have some Learn Guide photos here for things that are particular to either your dashboard or things that you might not know. So we got all these like Learn Guides and links to the API docs. So that's real nice. So check it out if you haven't already. And this is still working. We had a tropical storm run through here, and it's really nice to see that our house here didn't get flooded. Yay! Yeah, so you can check it out. Where's my dashboard? It's over here. So I'll go to Dashboards, View All, click on my air quality sensor project. Yeah, it's really interesting to track this data and seeing like when I get spikes here in our air quality. I haven't seen it go above 100, but on Friday the 13th at around 7 p.m. we had a pretty spike. I think maybe it was from the construction that was going on. So that's interesting to see. And folks, let us know if you have dashboards and feeds and you're finding some issues and things. You can post up on the Adafruit forums and let us know if things are odd. You can please let us know. All right. I think it's gonna be some rendering bugs and things like that as we iron those out, but they are being worked on. Yeah, I think there's a full screen mode. Yeah. So you can play around with that. Hey, it worked. Excellent.
Wonder how that comes out in the feed. All right, so that's kind of this week's project. But we are also kind of celebrating a crazy milestone. You guys ready for it? Is this it? This is it. So we have achieved a milestone. We're at 300 Learn Guides. So this is our kind of username, Pixel3D. That's me and Pedro. We call ourselves whatever. You can see here at the bottom, it tells us that we have 300 tutorials in the group. That's like 13 pages of Learn Guides. So we're celebrating by doing the show. Yeah.
There's actually, I think, 301 or 302. It just hasn't been published because there's some code that still needs to happen for it.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, check it out. We have lots of projects. And the number 300 was the BrainCraft camera case, which was last week's project. Very, very fun way to get into machine learning with the BrainCraft. That's it. So check that out if you haven't already. A lot of folks are checking out the video, so I'm glad people are like digging it. Yeah. A lot of fun ones this year.
And if you need any inspiration, we need to add like a randomized button on this, so you can just pick a random project for you to check out.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions? Ask me questions about the 300. What's your favorite project? I don't have a favorite project. They're all awesome, yeah. No, it's been really cool to kind of revisit last year's projects and just redo them. We do that, that's like the ethos, just
We're doing that with every single board.
Yeah,
so everything's been updated like a couple times to get it up to new chip.
Trinkets M0s.
Stemma has new connections on it. So there is always updates upon updates of previous work.
Yeah.
So definitely cool to check all of that out.
Cool.
Moving right along into prototyping. There's still stuff going on.
Yeah, we're putting together a snap fit and a stand for the MagTag. So we're working on the Learn Guide. We got some photos up there, and then we have them right here to share with y'all. Yeah. So let's talk about the 3D printed case first, I guess. So the 3D printed case protects your MagTag from hopefully the elements, and kind of mixing different things here. So we have a 3D printed faceplate with some vinyl graphics on top. So folks have access to a vinyl cutter, like a Cricut or a Silhouette or what have you. You can pick an SVG file and apply some nice holographic vinyl or whatever you'd like. I also did some, what is this, black glitter, so that looks really cool. Yeah, so that's cool. All right, so a couple features and things. I have a screen cut out here. I kind of wanted to make the screen centered with the case, so I offset it a little bit. So I have like this little lip here. That kind of centers the screen. We got our access to our buttons here, so these are little button cutouts, so you can access those. That's a light sensor, so I made sure to cut that open there. And then you still get the NeoPixels. I don't have a battery in there, so I'll plug it in later. But on the side, we have access to the USB-C port, which is right there. It's hard to see with the, man, our lights are going nuts over here, like the
I
clouds.
like these built-in buttons.
Yeah, so the built-in buttons were a nice one because without them, it's really hard to access them. So these little embossed buttons have these reliefs right here in the sides that allow you to reset, so you can still actuate them by clicking on them firmly. And they won't accidentally actuate them because you have to really firmly press them in. But you still can, so it's nice. And you can feel when it presses in. So that's cool. The snap fits are on the outside, so you can see that there. So it's a nice tight fitting. And then the slide switch here. Anytime I do a slide switch, I always end up having to create like a notch here so that your fingernail can kind of get into it. Because if this was just a hole right there, you wouldn't be able to actually get into it because this right here prevents you from doing so. So yeah, there's a little cutout there, so that's nice. That's the main features of it. We have these magnetic M3 screws. They work as kind of thumb screws. And this is a piece of acrylic that I milled. Of course, you could 3D print the backing. There's not much to it. It's just kind of a flat backing with these mounting hole here on the corners. So I figured I'd do an acrylic piece here. And I really like these magnetic feet. They double as a way to prop it up. And then instead of using M3 screws, I'm using these M3 thumb screws, because why do you need a screwdriver, right, if you have thumb screws? So those come off easily. And I'll release a SVG file of this. This is some, what is it called, like passion pink acrylic. And I etched out the CircuitPython logo so folks can create that if they have access to a mill or a laser cutter. They can create it. And I chamfered the edges. Very nice. Cool. The MagTag has built-in standoffs, which makes assembly so much easier. So that's really great. So that's kind of it for the case. Not much else to it. I figured I might as well create a stand as well. Yeah. So I created the stand. Really simple. It gets a 70-degree angle, and it's got a nice wide base so that it doesn't tip over. It's parametric, so you can kind of play around with the different viewing angles and things, but you have access to all the stuff. I went ahead and added a Voronoi pattern cutout, which I probably won't do because like there's some nasty lines and stuff. It's hard to see here in the webcam, but there's some edges that aren't the best. But it prints in like 2 hours, so that's cool. Is our mic working?
Yes.
All right, great. That's all I want to know. Yeah, so that's cool.
Don't worry, you're a hero about it.
Yeah.
If it's not.
This is running the quotes, the Adafruit quotes demo. So this uses Adafruit IO to request some quotes, and it serves it up. It gives you some quotes here. So I just turned it on, and I think my battery's dead. Now it's just pulling in the new quote. I have it set to 15-second refresh. There it is refreshing. And there's still some, I think, work to do with like the text wrapping or the text placement. So you can see here for really long quotes, it's kind of off there, but we'll work on that. So if folks are encountering issues and things, you can check it out. So where is this code? Where can you find it? You can find it on Adafruit's Learn System repo, which I'll throw a link to Discord in a second here, after I sort through 100 tabs. Here it is. It's a giant list. So this is the link, all the way to the top. Adafruit Learn System Guides. So there's like every piece of code here. So if you just search for MagTag, you can see that all of the demos here are available to download and check them out. So we have the Adafruit quotes, some Arduino demos. By the way, this is CircuitPython. The Adafruit quotes is CircuitPython. We have our Arduino demos inside the Arduino folder. I haven't even looked in there. MagTag Cheer Lights is in the demo that uses the Cheer Lights API. A countdown celebration. This right now it's hard coded for inauguration, but you can make it so for Christmas or whatever day you'd like to celebrate. COVID tracking, so you can show the latest stats from api.covidtracking.com. There's a specific one for New York City. There's a simple clock, and the slideshow, which is that was just updated. So the MagTag slideshow lets you use the buttons and display bitmaps on the screen, of course. Did I post a link to this yet? Probably not. So I'll pop that link. Here is the link to the Learn Guide codes. Yay, 300. All right. So I posted that there. Good work.
So we have a comment, we have Dawn asking, they really like the stand, they would like one for Raspberry Pi, and I believe we do have one for the Raspberry Pi. A couple of different ones. You also have one that you made, I think like last year. It was just the Think Ink screen for that. It has a little feather on the back there.
Yep. So the Pi Zero one, where would you find it if you search for Pi stand? I guess the Learn Guides, right?
Yes.
So let me search for that and see if our search works. Yay, there's a Raspberry Pi Zero stand. And awesomely enough, Liz, who's in the chat room right now, Blitz City DIY, she made a remix of this. And she made it so that it works with like the bigger Raspberry Pi. Okay. So if you're looking for that, you can find the remix in the Thingiverse page.
Please
yeah,
post that in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, and I also have the step files so folks can modify it.
And then David Niles is saying that he would like LoRa on the MagTag. So the screen that's being used on the MagTag, you can buy the screen separately and hook up a LoRa radio to a feather, and there you go.
Yeah, for sure. Let's just watch through the
So
assembly.
you can already do this.
Excellent. Yay.
So this guy here, and the screen that's being used on the MagTag, I believe that it is listed in the product page for the MagTag. We always like to list a lot of the additional components that we resell as separate modules.
Maybe not. I'm not sure.
I think it's actually right next to it if you go to adafruit.com/MagTag new. It's right by there. It's the 2.9, right? So it would be product out of stock, but it would be product 4778 if you want just the screen.
It's a tricolor screen too.
Yeah.
So it's different than this one. This one's only monochrome, but there's different flavors, right? Okay, so this is the FeatherWing version of that.
Yes. I just sent that over to David.
Sweet.
So you can pick that up, get a LoRa module for that, and you're good to go. Look how good these tricolor ones look.
Yeah, they look great. Especially with Lamar.
Yeah. The pink hair and the
Blinka's
belly.
The Blinka belly. Ah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's a really good tip for anybody who ever sees any of these products and they're like, oh, I would like to have this module or this screen or this different component. You can mix and match these. We usually have all the modules separate.
Sweet. Yeah, the MagTag is like the all-in-one, so that's why it's a nice one too, because it's all in one. Plus it's got Wi-Fi. Okay. Trying to figure out where to go from here. The MagTag Learn Guide will walk you through installing CircuitPython, yeah? So if you go to the ROM bootloader, this is going to walk you through the sort of new method on how to get CircuitPython installed on a ESP32S2. It's a little bit different, so you're going to have to do a little bit different of things. But I'll from the grapevine, like there is some work being done on making a UF2 bootloader so that you can drag and drop UF2s. So hopefully that's coming down. I can't give you a date on it, but it is in development right now, which is really exciting because just take your time, walk through it. It doesn't take forever, but if things go wrong, you could of course just update your ESP tool, or maybe have a different cable that you could try or a different port. So try it. If it fails at first, try it again.
Try about 5 times.
Maybe 5 times. If you're running Windows, if you're running Linux, I think it's okay. It worked the first time on the Mac. Okay, that's cool.
I want to test it out in Big Sur to see if
I would help you. Or
I think I saw Dan say that it said that it worked okay.
Okay, cool.
On Big Sur.
But again, hopefully this won't be the permanent way to install CircuitPython, because again, the UF2 tiny USB kind of firmware is being developed for the ESP-S2, the ESP32S2. Oof.
As I sneak into the Slack,
it's like, is it done yet?
A lot of the people, a lot of developers are working on it, testing out, make sure it works.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Hatch and everybody in the team.
Yeah, this is cutting edge.
Yes.
Cutting edge. This is the way it is right now. Enter the ROM bootloader mode. All right. But there we go. And in CircuitPython, if you go here and you're wondering where's that big blue button, right now it's so new that we only have a link to the S3 bucket. So you can click on where it says absolute newest. There's a little button here. It's grayed out, but it still works. So click on the button. You get this nice old style looking, what did Lamar call it? Like when you used to get photos back in the day. This is what you got. So you can choose your language here. EN stands for English, or US, or you can do pirate. You want to grab the Ben file right now, because that's how you do it currently. You have to install it to the Ben file. The UF2 is still there, but definitely use the latest Ben file, which is this one here in the second list here. So you'll grab that and then follow through, walk through rather, the Learn Guide and installing CircuitPython. Yeah, it doesn't ship with CircuitPython yet. It ships with some Arduino demos, which we can, I guess, show, but yeah. All right, so that's MagTag. MagTag 3D model is available, so folks can download that. I put that together earlier this week and shared it. Folks seem to like it. So if you're trying to create a custom case or build with MagTag, or you want some components from it, you can check it out. It has those side-lit LEDs, the standoffs, the ESP32S2, the 2.9 display, those buttons, USB-C connector, side buttons, stemma ports, tons and tons of caps, and the little speaker in the back there, as well as the accelerometer, which hopefully we'll use more in future projects. Spin it right round, baby, right round.
Well, confirmations on the YouTube chat that it has worked. Their MagTag has been working, or the S2 stuff has been working. Somebody tried it on the Metro ESP32S2. It's Tinkering Tech.
Thank you, Tinkering Tech.
And he promises that it does work, says Johnny
Yay.
Brigatti.
Yay.
So yay, it actually works.
I can on Windows or which one? Didn't say which platform.
Say.
On Big Sur.
I'm gonna guess Windows.
Windows. Okay, cool. Fifth chime's a charm. All right. Let's just putting these back together so you can see the whole family of e-ink.
There's more.
I'm missing the gizmo.
They're back here somewhere.
Where's my gizmo? It'll be nice to install CircuitPython on the gizmo too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You might need a special build for that, but don't quote me on things. So cool.
It's not in this room.
No, it's not. It's the other room. Okay, Mag. You're in the Discord chat room. You can see Liz posted the link to the remix of her.
I forgot to say that. Yep, I cross-posted it in the YouTube chat and on the Twitch as well. So you can get the
This is why you want to check out the Discord chat room. You get links and folks are.
I post it everywhere, so wherever you're able to.
Okay, thank you, Peter. All right. All right. Well, we got more stuff. We're still in prototyping land. What are you prototyping? Do we do the fireplace or the iPhone? Which one?
So the fireplace.
All right, fireplace. All right, cool. So new layer by layers. I started working on a woodworking project, and I came across the new arrange feature in Fusion, which lets you flat pack design. So if you have something that you have put together, like a table or something that you're going to build out of wood or even laser cut, the arrange feature lets you arrange parts flat down, and you can specify how you want it to be arranged, which is nice. So I walked through using several of these, plus some sketches, to create some plans for building this thing. So over the weekend, we actually built the thing out of wood. So here's a little build video. We had a bed that we were going to get rid of, and it had lots of pieces of wood, because of an IKEA bed. And we figured, let's try to do something out of it. Normally what we do is we create a fireplace every year out of cardboard, out of whatever material. This year, we upped up our game because we had all this spare wood. So using Fusion 360, I came up with the design as parametric, and Brandy helped me assemble it and put it together. Brandy, Pedro's wife. So we are planning to put some lights in it, and it looks great next to our tree.
We're actually already testing out some lights. We're using, probably won't be final, just testing out how things fit. The NeoPixel bar. Yeah, it's a PCB bar. So we have NeoPixel strips, but this is more like if you want to snake this into something or you need some support, rigidity. The PCB bar is nice. I think it's like maybe $20, $30 for 60 of these pixels. They are side lit as well, so that's important to note. They're the side lit pixels that you actually can see on the anyway. Oh yeah, on the MagTag.
I think they're different. They're probably smaller, but these are bigger, right? But anyway, I hooked it up to a feather because feathers are great. And I put some glue sheets in there, and it holds it pretty well. We might add some more stuff to it, but for now, that's kind of the effect that we're going for. And those candles there were LED candles. But yeah, that's sort of the little fireplace build. It's a lot of fun. And check out that layer by layer if you are interested in, if you would like to see how that works, the arrange feature.
Posting links in all the chats.
Thank you.
You can check out that layer by layer, very handy. This would not be able to have been made by mere mortals like us who have never done a lot of woodworking like this, on this scale anyway.
Yes.
There's no way that we would have been able to do this because everything was nicely planned out. You had all these printed plans, so you had a step-by-step on how to cut everything and how to arrange everything. And because it was all documented, you were able to update things on the fly, so you're able to change sizes right then and there. Yeah, you measure one piece of wood and you're like, oh, all of them are the same length. No, they're not. They're all the same. They're all the different widths. So because of the way we designed it, we were able to like just lay out the front panel and then update the overall length of the baseboards, and that worked out well. And in the moment, you're like, oh no, what am I going to do? But we figured it out. It's really nice. We even upgraded our tool bits. We have now a nail gun that's battery powered. I didn't know those existed. Those are nice. It helped us brad nail. I did not even know that. Yeah, it's a battery powered nail gun, and it works really well. Every brand makes them now. Pick your whatever battery you currently have. You got Ryobi, go with the Ryobi. You got the Porter cable, go with the Porter cable. I couldn't find a nail gun that was from Black & Decker or the other folks, so I was like, I'm gonna have to get yet another battery. Oh man, sorry. So annoying. that's our little quarrels here. But yeah, very, very fun project to do. I'm planning to do more woodworking projects.
So that's fun.
And you can check out all of the layer by layers weekly. I just posted the playlist there.
Sweet, thank you.
If you are new into 3D design, PCBs, modeling, now woodworking, CNC, there's probably a layer by layer that you've worked on.
Yeah,
multiple ones.
The latest one is a nice one. It's like kind of a story-based one that talks about how we came up with the ideas for the air quality sensor project, the little silo house. Different tips on why I chose different mounting ways. So check that one out. People are digging it, so thank you for checking that out. We'll try to do more as we do them. Yeah. All right, so I think that's what we're prototyping.
I can't show that off. Last week we showed off, Time-Lapse Tuesday was the models for the updated iPhone 12 Pro Max. I did not have it in hand, so I just looked at Apple's dimensions, their schematics for it, punched those numbers in, and it was so off.
How off was it?
So off. I already threw away the case, but you can see it's not as big as when we showed on the show last week. Just a little bit bigger, but man, I love the bigger phone. Battery life lasts all day. The sensor shift sensor that's on there captures, you're able to do like a 3-second long exposure, and all of the footage that you just saw for the woodworking stuff, that was all shot on the iPhone with a little gimbal. So we're able to mix all of our high quality 10-bit video and do a lot of really good color correction. Like you can point it at something that's completely blown out and there's data behind there.
Yeah,
there's
a great example is the IoT Air Quality Sensor project. It's such a, the way where it's positioned, it's like in the shadows. So you have this crazy bright background and then this shadowed thing, and the iPhone was able to capture the high dynamic range and make it so that you can see both very clear. Yeah,
so we have the flexible model. So this needs to be printed in Ninja Flex, TPU 98A or 85A. You have the 85A over there. And what's interesting about this is, we'll segue into the next thing, is the texture bed plate that we have. We got some new powder-coated PEI sheets from Tiny Machines. So there's double-sided, there is a smooth side and a rough side. I love this rough side.
You mean sandblasted?
Sandblasted, yeah. So like textured. So Prusa uses these beds, and a lot of people copied it because of how well it adheres to multiple filaments.
Is this a PEI sheet that's been sandblasted? What is this? We don't know.
I don't know. Okay. I think it's whatever it is, metal. I think one side, the smooth side is PEI.
And that's not PEI.
It's like aluminum or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I should have read the stuff on it.
That's
I just
fine.
used it, and I freaking love it.
Okay. Did you have to re-level the bed?
I did. So it's about 0.2 millimeters flat or thinner.
So it's also magnetic. It's also flexible.
Yes.
The update to that is that it has now the double-sided. You want this PEI sheet on this side, flip it around.
Yeah.
How did they do that? So where are the magnets? Aren't the magnets getting in the way?
It comes with a magnetic bed that you stick onto your existing bed, so you just got to re-level it to that.
Okay.
The offsets need
so
to
it's
be
easy
updated.
to take it out and pop off your prints.
Yeah.
Flexible bed plates is like the.
What's so funny is that you don't even need to flex the bed. It does such a good job of releasing after the temperature drops on it that you can just flick it off the bed.
Okay, are you prepared with links to share people this lovely bed?
I did not.
But
if you go to Tiny Machines.
Sorry. I know, it's like, you're talking all great about this bed. Where's the link? Because I'm sure people are asking about it.
I just got an email from them saying that here it is.
So if you're looking for that type of surface, and check it out. It reminds me of this vinyl right there. It with this texture would be so great. Thank you, Sun, for giving us a little bit more light here, showing the stuff here.
Yeah, so this is the Noble Blue with the from Filamentum. So there's like glitter and stuff on there.
This camera.
It looks good when it's focused. When it can focus. And yeah, check out, I think they're going to start having sales tomorrow, is what they say. 30% off state.
I feel like Colin's video here.
Site-wide.
Like this macro shot of the texture.
Yeah, and what's so cool about this texture is that it does a really good job of hiding layer lines if it's on the bottom, right on the bed. Otherwise, you'll still see the layer lines on the side, but man, I really like the way that it looks. Looks like finished, like a professional look instead of having those.
Sandblasted look. Cool.
So
Very
nice.
nice. I hope folks dig it, and you're getting links and stuff, right?
Yep.
For folks, cool.
I just posted the links to the
All right.
bed.
So thank you for the person who printed out the Max one and said this doesn't fit.
Dude, I had it printed out ready. I popped my phone in. I was like, okay,
That's
this is a little off.
Little. It was
It's like off by like
inches.
Yeah.
It's great. So check it out if you do have a
really
Max and you want to check it out. What about the Mini? Oh yeah, we
I
did the
did
Mini.
do one for
'cause
the
Mom
Mini.
got a Mini.
I didn't get any footage that I've posted for it. Yeah, but I did
Yeah.
one for the Mini as well. It's the PLA version. I didn't work on the Ninja Flex version of it yet.
Okay.
This is not it, but it looks the exact same. It's
Yeah,
using the
totally
Verify
useful.
feature inside of Fusion 360, so you can edit that if you want. I do have the Fusion file on the Thingiverse page for that.
Cool. Yeah, you can download it as a step file if you want to do SolidWorks or something else.
Oh, and Mr. Certainly Bruce says, this is exactly what he's been looking for. Dude, I love this
Sweet.
blade.
Yeah, I'm thinking already like what projects can I print.
Reprint, yeah.
Definitely the guitars.
Anything that has where the facing side of it prints down on the bed looks fantastic.
I think the MagTag would look great on it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get a chance to print because you were printing the
And
candle holder.
The thing that was really impressive is it working with Ninja Flex, because I had put down like usually you have to put like a thin layer of glue for
this is
PEI
Ninja Flex? Okay.
so it doesn't fuse
Yes.
the bed.
Yes, you
Because it did. You know, it has. I've had that happen before.
Hence why you got a new bed.
Yeah. That's usually
You
when I get a
forgot to
new
say
bed,
that?
it gets ripped off.
Take that as
So-
a second. Hold on. Warning, folks. If you have a PEI sheet, please do not print Ninja Flex on it, or you will replace your PEI sheet.
Yeah,
Is that a good thing to say?
Fuse.
Is that true?
Yeah, it'll fuse.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
I did not have to use a glue layer for the powder coated.
Yeah. 'cause
Held
it's
on
not
really well.
PEI.
Yeah.
Great.
So it worked really good. I didn't have to wash off any of the glue that was
Oh,
usually
yeah.
stuck on the PLA
Yeah.
like afterwards.
Okay, cool. Because I don't like using the blue tape for Ninja Flex prints.
Yeah.
But here's the Ninja Flex print. This is
is the
iPhone.
85 TPE.
Yeah, it's Ninja Flex, like
So this
kind of
is
classic
elastic.
Ninja Flex. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can like stretch it out. Look at that.
This one's not as stretchy.
Also, the design does require, this current design
So-
requires some supports.
So usually-
supports print well with Ninja Flex.
Yeah.
So that's cool. You just rip it off or cut it off.
You could
It's not
clean
that
it up
bad.
a little bit
You
more.
clean- I
like
could,
did
but
mine
I
here.
just didn't care. Yeah, I just kind of did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are some long overhangs. You do some ports. You printed that on the Creality S something, Creality 10S.
The V2, yeah.
V2 Pro bananas. This is the Inventor. It's a baby printer. I printed this fine.
While we're on the topic of what printer, Tinkering Tech was asking what was the first 3D printer we used for the first Adafruit Learn guide, and it was the Replicator 1 and the MakerBot Replicator 2.
Yeah, we were
So
MakerBot.
long ago, yeah. I
Fans
mean, it
of-
was really the only thing. Well, there was printer bots too, but
Right.
we didn't get that until they had the metal versions.
Yeah, our first printer was the Replicator 1, which had dual extruder on it. And then it was a wood. It was the wood one.
Wooden case, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Rep 2. And then from there we started looking at other printers. But yeah, that was the first one.
Liz is saying that she uses the blue painter's tape for the PI bed with Ninja Flex.
Yes.
I like the texture that the blue tape gives.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit like how a blue tape looks like. You can't really see it here. But anyway.
Oh yeah, this is blue tape.
Yes, that's what I'm
The
saying.
Inventor.
This was printed on the Inventor Flash
Yeah.
Forge printer that we
With blue tape.
either stock or did stock. Note about Ninja Flex, we still carry some Ninja Flex. So remember about that 20% discount code? Maybe you
Sure.
want to use
So we
use
do
that.
have a couple of Ninja Flex colors still available, I think. It is the Almond Peach Smoothie.
Yeah, color Ninja Flex is hard to come by these days. I don't know if Fender Drives has stopped making them or what's going on,
Yeah.
but there were some. Anyway, this is what we have right now. We got black, white, almond peach smoothie. We still have some liquid hot lava, which is an orange. Pink has been discontinued. Purple. All the fun colors are kind of gone.
I think they might still have it on their site.
I don't know if they make it anymore.
We still have a couple of these
Yeah.
schools.
Look at all the colors that used to be. Here's the
we
one
have a
that
lot
you're
of
looking
these.
that I printed myself. It's the
Caramel
caramel candy. And then we had them in different diameters, like 3mm and 1.75.
Yeah, all of these different colors were for the Enable Association, which was where they print the
Prosthetics.
3D printed prosthetic hands, and this is why they had all of the different colors to match the skin
Yeah,
tones.
skin tone colors.
So you have some nice grippiness on the tips of the fingers.
Cool. I just
Yeah.
like it. Looks kind of like wood. Brown
Yeah.
and blues tend to go well together. Reminds me of like a giraffe. Giraffe skin.
Oh man.
What's going on?
Adam is saying that he already used his 20% code.
Oh,
which we have. I don't know if we mentioned. It is a one-time use
yeah.
20% code for that.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked around for prices, but I think it's still half of what anybody else sells these Ninja Flex spools for. Might be wrong, but
no, this one's good. The snow is good. It's normally this is the price because the margins are razor thin. But here you go. You can get the white stuff. This is great for diffusing. It was like our favorite material to diffuse and create things that aren't going to poke you. Like
yeah, we have a Ninja Flex guide for the settings that we use, like the retraction settings, the temperature, and what to look out for in your design when you're printing these. A lot of cleanup usually, but it turns out looking phenomenal afterwards.
Yeah, definitely a lot of cleanup. Because when you turn retraction off, you just get the stringy mess. But as you cut away and trim away, which you can do with Ninja Flex,
beautiful.
It comes up pretty nice. And supports work as well, so as you saw. All right, so that's the Ninja Flex iPhone case plus PLA plus 3 different sizes. My gosh, Vidya, how are you doing this? I get so many.
Oh my God, I know. It's
like you look at the sidebar
iPhone,
all these
I know,
different
it's all
files.
iPhones.
Yeah, because they have to be.
We're talking about the Fusion project file list. Yeah. Other stuff we're working on, some like indoor sports type stuff. Like Lamar saw this really cool hockey project that was posted on Hackster. Yeah, hockey puck. We've done stuff similar where it was like in a yo-yo, so focusing on making a Veranoid version of like the blade for a hockey stick.
Yeah, we need a 3D printer hockey stick. All right, cool.
Well, just the blade part. I'm gonna use like a broom that screws in.
Okay.
Can't believe nobody's made that.
Yeah.
So.
Well. All right. Well.
And then funny comments from Bruce. Somebody walks into your room and sees blue tape, glue sticks, and hairsprays, and wonders, "What are you doing here?" The funny 3D printing tools that are needed.
How'd you get it? That's funny. That's a good one. All right, let's go to Shop Talk. We got some new stuff in the shop that we are checking out. It's a bit of not electronics. It's more of some PPE. So
as
give me a second to pull up this.
Get to the end of the show with holidays coming up. We still want to make sure that everybody knows.
Right, just click on everything.
There
it is.
Mask up, please.
Yeah, that goes well with this.
Social
mask
distance,
up. Be a hero. Wear your mask. We got these black masks in the Adafruit shop. You can get a pack of 50 of these black masks, surgical style black masks, 50 pack for $12.50.
Yep. Adult size.
We got a pack of them. And here's a
I
model
love
of it.
How they look.
They look pretty stylish. Here's a video.
Comfortable. So we have a bunch of masks, like designer type masks that we got right before everything went crazy. And I always needed ear savers to keep them on properly. Yeah. It's always a hassle because it was just one more thing that I had to remember to grab. And since we printed them all, they would usually break.
Yeah.
I don't need any ear savers for these. They're so comfortable, they're so light and stylish. I love how black just matches everything.
Yeah.
Let me read from the site the specs on these guys.
Marketing copy, here we go.
Yeah. Outer black layer is water repellent, so it's good for it not soaking when you start sweating if you're out and about. And there's a soft layer inner layer to absorb your breath's humidity, and then there's a filter in the middle of it, and that's what's doing all of the protection on that. And one thing that I was missing from a lot of the cloth masks that I have are the metal bendable nose little part thing here.
Yeah, that helps you keep your glasses from hogging up.
Yeah. And man, I love these.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Yeah. I think I'm going to throw the other ones away.
Okay. No, don't throw them away. These. No, you're going to need
these should last pretty good for about 4 hours, is what's listed on here. And as, cover your butt.
Yeah, disposable.
Not for medical purposes, so it's for personal protection only.
Right.
If you're like in an enclosed place, definitely want to add a layer of protection, like a face shield.
Okay. Cool. And you saw the video?
Yes, just me just putting it on.
Yeah. Putting it on.
So these are the ones I'm always going to wear now.
Yeah.
They're so comfy.
Me too. All right. Cool. Here we go. Use your 20% discount if you haven't already. And don't forget, mask up.
Yes, mask up.
All right. Good work, Pedro.
Look like a ninja. So cool.
He is.
Love it.
Okay.
I like how even the elastic is black. Because you know that just that little bit of fashion makes a huge difference on perception and all that.
Yeah. Black looks more pro too, I gotta say.
We have some big ups for the mask that was included with Adabox 16.
That's right.
Those don't fog up your glasses.
Those don't fog up your glasses. I heard something else.
Oh. And Adam is saying that, yeah, the one that came in Adabox is now his daily driver.
All right. That's great to hear, man.
These are really awesome, all of these.
You ready for
Just
shop talk?
waiting for the kid-sized version of that one now.
Yeah. Here we go, shop talk.
I don't remember what shop talk
sorry,
was.
not shop talk.
Community Makes, this week's
Community Makes.
3D printed time-lapse project from the community.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I thought it was like Christmassy themed almost, right? Without being too
Yeah, it's a candle.
leaning into the holidays. This is a candle holder from Harry Potter, Hogwarts candle torch. And what's so cool about this, it's a remix of what this owl previous benchy test mark, or test bench, best, what is it?
Benchmark.
Benchmark.
Yeah. So yeah, before the Benchy, maybe even before Yoda had, or maybe at the same time, there's this owl that folks would print out. I remember the
Yeah, you could click on the
maker
remix
box.
there. He links to it. You can see what the publishing date is.
Yeah, this is what everybody was printing in 2012. They're printing this owl.
Yeah.
Just a cool owl.
I think it was testing overhangs and
Nice
whatnot.
blast from the pasty.
Yeah.
Blasty from the pasty.
So that's so cool that you're able to repurpose this as a really cool themed torch.
It's simple, it's clean. Here it is in the reels.
Where is it? There it is. Yep, there you go. And then just this.
It's too big. How big is it? That's big enough.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Took quite a while to print. I can't remember what it was, 15 hours or something
Look
like
at that bed.
This
Lovely
is
texture.
A mess up from
The first
not
layer, not
leveling.
purging all the way.
yeah,
I thought it was like a model. Like, you know how some models have some flip normals and stuff? I thought that was the model.
Yeah,
that
that was
did
totally user error, that little strip there. I was adjusting the Z offset on it.
Okay. We're all a little... Cool. Any special PLA, just a kind of your average...
Just regular
$20
gray,
PLA.
Yeah, gray PLA,
Cool. It's
low
shiny.
infill, 6% infill.
No,
What did it say? 15 hours, something like that?
With the overhangs there.
I did a
bad.
pretty good job.
Cool.
I really
So
like the style
If
of
you're looking
this.
for a candle holder and you like Harry Potter, you can check out the project here. It's from, what was the person's name?
It is Art.
Art. Vandalay.
Vandalay.
Okay. Thank you, Art, for sharing that. So folks can pick that up. Print that out if you like. Okay. Cool. So that's this. Oh yeah, so we have some more community makes. Let me run through those. So
Got a really
here
cool.
we go. Shout out to DSM Projects on Thingiverse who posted their make of the LED Matrix Hourglass Physics Sand Toy 3000. It's a really nice one, really fun build. It was so fun to design this one. Looks like DSM Projects have made some cool, like, glossy look to it. Maybe there's some
I see
XDC
it.
going on, or
Yeah.
some sort of weathering, some sort of staining.
Looks
Looks
like-
great, very classy. That's the kind of style I wanted to go with, and also went with the colors. So it's great.
Yeah.
Looks like a lull spot of sorts. Anytime I see a red bed, I think a lull spot.
Huh.
that's cool.
It looks like it's the smaller version. You do have a larger one too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have two versions of it, big and a small. And then this is a LED matrix frame for the Adabox 16 display. After 10, Thingiverse user After 10 posted this up. It's not a remix or anything of our design. It's just a kind of a new one. So if folks are looking for a different, kind of more enclosed sort of frame, check it out. I saw it posted up on the Adafruit forum, so I figured I'd share it. It looks like a cool scoreboard here going on, so that's awesome. And if folks want, you can get a 3D model of the matrix. So you can make your own frames by hitting up our our GitHub CAD parts repository, which is right here. Got a link to it. You can just search for Adafruit CAD parts in the Adafruit account. So you can search for that. So the new ones this week were the air quality sensor from last week's project, or 2 weeks ago now, and also the MagTag, so that was added. And if folks want to request parts, you can do so by creating an issue. You go up to the Issues tab and post it up there. Yeah. I think that is going to do it for Community Makes. Thank you everybody for posting their stuff. It's been an exciting year and lots of craziness. Happy and oh man, where do you go from here?
I think that's
help me out, Discard.
I think that's pretty much it for this for the show. We just got some comments. Hugo was really liking that black mask that had the nose adjustments and the ear adjustments, but it looks like they're discontinued. Wife wanted one. I would try out one of these. Definitely can't go wrong with the price and the what did I say, was it 20 pack, 50 pack?
Yeah, 50 pack.
Definitely worth it. Yes, 50 pack.
Really?
Yeah. Hello?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow, I just missed everything. Let's start over again. We are not doing a show next week. Thank you, everybody, for
the next
understanding.
2 weeks. So
For
no
the next
shows,
2 weeks.
but projects are still coming out. We'll still try to make it a show and tell. We'll still be around. We have Thanksgiving coming up next week.
That's right.
And then right after that, we have my son's first birthday.
His first
we
birthday.
have my birthday.
Your birthday's literally the next day.
And then the next day after that, we're having solar panels installed in the house. So we need all hands on deck to like clean out the garage. We're having 5 power walls installed. So
Yes.
everything needs to be, all the walls.
Tesla
need to be-
Solar.
all of the walls need to be cleaned out. So take the week off for that.
Yeah.
Still be projects, just can't make the show.
That's right.
That's right when they're gonna the installation crews will be here.
Yeah.
But they'll still be projects.
Right.
And yeah, for the next 2 weeks, no show. So, and I think John is taking the week off, I think, but he'll mention that on his show.
Yep.
We'll be on the shows later tonight.
That's right.
Starts off with show and tell.
Yeah, so show and tell. We invite you still to come on, of course, the show and tell. It happens every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. We're still on for this week, and I think for next week too, we'll see. But please keep your eye on like the chats and I guess Twitter on Adafruit's Twitter, so you can see if we change anything. But after that, Ask an Engineer will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, full hour with Lamar and Phil, new products, CircuitPython on hardware, top secret stuff, and the rest of the awesomeness that they do. John Park is on tomorrow. Yep, he's still on tomorrow. Every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, hang out with John Park. And then on Friday, Deep Dive with Scott. I think he's still on for this week. We'll see if he's on for next week, but it's cool if not. Take a break. It's all good. And then hasn't missed a Sunday, I think.
Yeah,
So that's really cool.
8, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure the bell icon and notifications are all set. So you get alerted every time there's a new show.
That's right. And then JP is still cranking out these product picks of the week. 50% discounts on craziness. So check it out. What is he picking this weweek? This week it was the LIS3DH refresh with Stemma.
Yes.
So that's sweet.
One of our favorite accelerometers.
Yeah. And then again, we told you about the show. This one.
Real quick, Tinkering Tech was asking how we do the smooth time lapses. It's just a magnetic switch, which I think I can pull up in the store.
Maybe we'll do a learn guide at one point, because we
Yeah.
haven't actually done that.
It's one of these guys, and
Send
I'm
me the
using
link.
Octoprint. I'm pasting it in right now.
What's the PID, so I can just go to
PID
it?
is 375. There's literally just one of these hooked up to a shutter button on my DSLR camera.
Okay.
And there's a script with Octolapse. I forgot the name.
Yeah, I think it's Octolapse. So we're using Octoprint. You need Octoprint first. Okay, install it on your Raspberry Pi, preferably a Raspberry Pi 3 or 4.
3.
Okay, so preferably a Raspberry Pi 3. I don't think even the 4 supported yet.
It might be, but I haven't checked.
So get your, and then we're using a DSLR camera. It's a Canon 7D, but it should work with any DSLR camera. So all we're doing is we're triggering it kind of manually, but with this switch.
Yeah, so the script Octolapse will, after each layer, it tells the head to move either to the left or the right. And when it does that, it'll trigger the magnet and the shutter on the camera to go off. It kind of
parks home, sort of, after everything, and that's how it triggers it. So when the actual print head moves to a spot that we told it to, then it will trigger the camera, because it happens to be where we hot glued, the other switch. So it's kind of like a hacky solution, but it works really well for us. I think an easier solution is to just use your Raspberry Pi camera for testing, because then you don't have to worry about the mechanical layer of where do I park my head and where do I glue it. Yeah. And definitely search around. I'm sure folks on YouTube have posted their setups, because every setup's kind of going to be different. We got these DSLRs, so we might as well use them.
Yeah, and there are preferences for the Ender 3, which is what he's using.
Would you like me to pull that up there? What you're showing looks really useful. How do I pull it up? Is it an IP?
Yeah, 41.
So this is what it... Oh, I don't have the pass. Never mind. Not doing it. Sorry, folks. Check it out.
It's OCTOLAPSE. Octolapse is the plugin.
Okay. Step 1, get Octoprint if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very useful.
It's a big question.
Yeah, we'll do a learn guide. I've noticed that.
Everybody's setup's different.
Everybody just does it through like the GPIO, like on a camera. I think this is a lot more easier.
A webcam or the Raspberry Pi cam?
I think a webcam, and then for the Raspberry Pi cam, I think it'll take a picture without needing any of this. So if you don't need a high quality time lapse, you could do it with its built-in script that comes with the plugin.
Okay.
Octolapse.
Octolapse plugin.
Yeah, that's just how we do it with the DSLR camera. You can do it with the Raspberry Pi camera a lot more easier.
Okay.
You don't need all that.
All right. Well, we're at the end of the show. I'm just noticing, Pedro, you're off to the camera. You're not framed up because we got the thing up there, but we're gonna close the show now. We did the whole thing. We're gonna see you guys later tonight on Show and Tell.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Huge shout out to everybody in Discord. Huge shout out to Liz. and Bruce.
Stay safe.
And everybody else. Thank you.
Yeah. Remember to stay safe. Mask up.
Mask up.
Sanitize.
Let's get through this year. Let's do it.
And remember to make a
great day. Bye, everybody.